The money is in the list, they say, and I know that the thought of building your email list to 10,000 subscribers might seem impossible right now, but today I will give you the strategy that I have personally used, so you know that it's guaranteed to work. Right now I have over 11,000 email subscribers, and I will tell you exactly how I did it. And I use a simple formula too, but you do need to know that this will not happen overnight, and despite what those greedy gurus might tell you, it does take a lot of hard work and it takes a lot of dedication, but if you are consistent, then the rewards can be great. And you've probably already seen that my students know how to generate enormous wealth for themselves and for their families. And you've probably already heard about how they are changing their lives as a result of my training. So at the end of this lesson, I will give you a free series to help you build upon what you learn here today. It's almost like part 2, because the thing that you need more than anything to build your list fast is traffic. And that's because traffic equals money. So let's talk about the numbers. You know, the figures should look something like this. Each email subscriber you get is worth approximately $1 per month. So I know that sounds like quite a low amount, but what it really means for you is if you have 1,000 email subscribers, you should be making somewhere in the region of around $1,000 per month. Now that figure isn't set in stone, and there are a lot of variables involved, but generally speaking, that's the figure you should be aiming for. And I know that a lot has already been said about building email lists, but honestly, most of that stuff is inaccurate and it's just created to try and make you buy some ebooks. So I want to strip away all the misinformation today. I want to take away all the hype and all the distractions, because I just want to give you a strategy that I know works, and a strategy that is easy to understand and simple to implement. So let's go to the computer and I'll map it all out for you. So let me draw out the funnel for you so you can see how everything connects together. So the very first thing we start with is a squeeze page. So this is just a landing page with an opt-in form on it and some copy. Now, an important thing to know about these squeeze pages is typically they will get around a 5% conversion rate. So for every 100 people that visit the page, typically 5% will opt in. Now that is ridiculously low. So what this tutorial today will show you how to do is hopefully move that up to beyond 50%. So you're going to get 10 times more opt-ins when you implement this strategy. However, you should not stop tweaking and testing and working on this until you get at least 60%. That's what you're aiming for. And in some instances, top 2 gurus who've been doing this for years and years and years can expect to get an 80% conversion rate, but that is very rare. So for now, I want you to focus on getting between 50 and 60%. So let's take a look at some squeeze pages so you can see what actually works, and then you can model some of your own pages on these. So the first one is called Double Your Dating. This is Eben Pagan. He goes under the name David D'Angelo on this website, and we've got just a few components here. So we have a headline: Learn secrets most men will never know about women and dating. So here it's telling their audience that there's some hidden information that they're not aware of. And we've got a video here which is actually laced with NLP. If you want me to make tutorials about using NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, tell me in the comments. I'll go ahead and make some of those videos for you. Also, this page has got the word free. That is such a powerful motivator to get people to sign up. When they know it's free, it's zero risk. Sometimes it can mean zero value too, But I'll tell you how to overcome that in a second, because if we take a little bit of a closer look at this, so he's actually highlighting the words that he wants you to pay attention to. Attract beautiful women, ready to be kissed, naturally approaching women. Get over your fear of rejection. The big benefits that's going to motivate someone to sign up. So we've got free and then a list of benefits. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullet points. We have to use bullet points in our copy because it makes the information easy to digest, easy to remember, and it feels like you're learning something. And underneath the video, we have another subheading, and we have 3 more benefits, 3 more bullet points. Exclusive report, techniques to create lasting attraction, and articles and newsletters to help you date the kind of women you've always wanted. So this is a very powerful squeeze page. And here again, we have the word free, sign up, free membership. And then notice how many forms he's using. So it's 1, 2 forms and then a submit button. The fewer forms we have, the higher the conversion rate is going to be. So at an absolute maximum, I want you to have 2. 1, if you can get away with it, if you're okay not using personalized emails and that kind of thing, then go with 1. But if you want a higher open rate, then add name and email address. And this makes it easy for people to subscribe. We're all about making things clear and easy to understand. We also want to make sure that people can just get what they want without jumping over obstacles. Let me show you a second page. So this is for people who want to learn piano. Now this is a different type of squeeze page, but it's still very effective because what this one does is segment its audience. What that means is it's going to appeal to people no matter what stage they are at in their journey. So it's going to appeal for beginners and advanced players. So basically it's a questionnaire, but it's structured really nicely and you can easily create one of these too. The copy is pretty strong. Learn piano with the songs you love. And then we have 3 benefits, 3 bullet points here. So for beginners, returners and advanced players, learn songs in minutes, not weeks. Here it's talking about results. It's focusing on the transformation. We'll talk more about that in a second. And another benefit is that it works with any piano or keyboard. And then the call to action is start now. And now it's going to ask you a couple of questions. So have you ever played piano before? Now, if I haven't, I'm going to go with no, not yet. Now it's going to ask, do I have a piano? I might have a piano. So I'll click that. It's going to take me to a lead magnet that is specifically for me. If we go back, let's start again. And this time, let's say we have played piano, but we don't have a piano at home. Well, let's not think too much about the logic of that. So now it's giving us a choice if we want to learn the basics or just go straight to learning songs. Let's go play songs. And now we have a slightly different offer. Let me show you one of my pages. So this is for a traffic series. So it's got the 3 secrets to free traffic, the gurus hoping you never learn. This is actually true. And then instead of a picture of an ebook or a video, what I'm doing is showing the actual results that can be achieved by implementing my ideas. So this is a screenshot from Google Analytics, and it shows that the traffic has increased to over 30,000 visitors a day. So there we have users to show. So you'll notice that a lot of pages will show pictures of ebooks or a video series, and that's great. It's a good starting point. But if you can show the transformation, show the end results, you are going to increase your conversion rates faster. So for example, have a look at before and after pictures. Make that relevant to your niche. If you can show your own version of before and after, add them to your squeeze pages, no matter what niche you're in, you're going to do really well. And if you don't have any results of your own to show, reach out to someone who does. Ask if you can use theirs. Always ask permission. That's absolutely vital because you don't want to get sued. So ask for permission and invite them to share their story and use that as the free offer. Use that as the lead magnet, because you will notice that all these pages, they are offering something in exchange for the email address. They are giving people good reasons to sign up. And remember, people will always want the cure over prevention. So if you can offer someone the cure, just how to get the results fast, how to stop the bleeding, how to make things better, how to get the results faster, you will get a higher conversion rate. How do you build these kinds of pages? Well, you can use WordPress.org. Use the free version. Use that on your own website, on your own host, your own domain name. Don't use .com. Or you can use a WordPress plugin like Thrive Themes. I use this on my own websites. I think it's very powerful. Or you can use ClickFunnels or an alternative funnel builder. I know that ClickFunnels is a little bit buggy. Or you can use Kartra. And again, that's another one that I use. What I'll do is I'll put a link to the ones I recommend in the description. Now, what about actually building the email list? So you have your squeeze page. How do you store people's email addresses? So again, you've got lots of options. A common one, but it is a mistake, is to use something like MailPoet. Do not do this because on WordPress, you have lots of free plugins that will allow you to run a newsletter. However, they are unreliable. And really, if you grow a massive email list into the thousands, these are just going to cripple your web host, because web hosts are not designed to send out these kind of emails. So avoid free plugins. Instead, go with a professional solution, something like Aweber. And they have an offer at the moment. I'll put a link in the description where you can use it for free. And then you can run any kind of offers that you like. The reason why I say Aweber is if you are intending to go with affiliate marketing, if you're going to run lots of offers to your list and monetize that way, then Aweber is probably the best solution for you. However, if you intend on creating lots of email content and fewer affiliate offers, then ActiveCampaign is the one to go for. Both are going to serve you very well. I'll put links to both in the description, or you can go with the one that I use. And in fact, I have used Aweber and ActiveCampaign. I started with Aweber. I found it amazing for what I needed it to do. And then I moved on to ActiveCampaign as I got a little bit more advanced. And now I am with Kartra, again for my email list. So it is entirely up to you, but they are the ones that I would recommend that you go with for the moment. Okay, so you have your squeeze page built. You have your form embedded on there. You're ready to start collecting email addresses. You have your lead magnet sorted. It's time to start driving traffic. Now, when it comes to driving traffic, I have a very simple formula, and it is value plus offer equals conversion. Now, in this instance, a conversion is someone opting into the email list. And this is very important because most people mess it up like this. So if we choose a traffic source, so let's go with something like Reddit. So let's say we've got a Reddit account and we're now posting links on Reddit to our squeeze page. What's going to happen? Of course, you're going to get banned from Reddit. That isn't going to work. Okay, you're going to get banned from every website that you use this strategy on. So what's the solution? Well, we can still use Reddit. Let's make some room on here. We can still use Reddit and we can still use the squeeze page, but we need something in the middle. So if we have a look at pages, we can create a content page. So where's blog post? Let me find blog post on here. There we go. So if we drag that in, so you have a blog post which has these two things, value plus offer. So it's an educational piece of content with evergreen keywords. So it's getting found in search engines all year round. You're getting this steady, consistent supply of traffic. I'll speak about what type of content to create in a second, but it works like this. So now you can link from Reddit to your blog post, or you can choose a whole wide range of different traffic sources. I've got additional traffic training for you at the end, so stick around for that because it is the most powerful strategy you'll ever hear. So we can use Reddit, Pinterest. We can use all of these different types of social media networks, or we can use forums, comment sections, loads of ways to get traffic to our content. But the point is, it's all linking to our piece of original high value content. And then this piece of content links to the squeeze page. And that's how it works. Now, how do you decide what type of content to create? It's very simple. We've got at least 3 different ways to figure this out. So the first way is to map out the customer journey. So here you have a customer on one end and they're unhappy, they have a problem. And let's draw on a P for problem. We need to take them on a journey to arrive at the solution where they are happy. So let's draw on a badly drawn smile. Let's give them some arms as well. So we need to take them on that journey. So what you need to do is map out all the steps, the big 3 steps that they need to take on this journey. So step 1 is going to be your piece of content. Step 2 is going to be your lead magnet. Step 3 is going to be the product that you promote. So all of these are relevant. They all have relevancy. They're all connected. So when you know what this is, so let's give that a C for content page. And then squeeze page is number 2. And then let's call this an offer page for number 3. So if you know what that journey is already, fantastic. Just make a list of ideas, then create content based on your list. If you're stuck and you really don't know where to start, then head over to Google. Let's think about your niche. Maybe you're in weight loss, or you want to teach people how to learn guitar or piano. So let's say learn piano. So what I want you to do is when you've typed in your keywords, just look at the drop-down list that Google gives you. So this tells you what other people are searching for. It's very clever. You know that if you target any of these, you're going to get traffic to your content if it's optimized. Another way of finding out what type of content to make is to have a look at the people also asked section. So here are questions that people have asked Google, so you know that there's traffic there. And again, if we go down to the bottom, searches related to piano, there we have more keyword suggestions. So that's 3 ways just on the search results page. Another way is to use this website, answerthepublic.com. So if we type in learn, let's go with guitar for the moment, we have got 68 questions that people are asking about how to learn guitar. So there are dozens of content ideas. So if you scroll through Answer the Public, you're just going to get list after list after list of content ideas. Let's have a look at some examples. So here on this website, we have 5 tips for artists. So if we scroll down, it's structured really easy, makes the content, simple to understand. Also notice it's educational, which is going to get you the best results. But notice here, we have a call to action at the end. So they're asking you to register. Now that's just another way of capturing someone as a lead. And there's loads of ways that we can use a call to action. Now, Dan Kennedy famously said, there must always be an offer. So no matter what you're doing, if it's email marketing, if it's blogging, video, whatever, there is always going to be an offer involved. Usually when it's front-end content, top of funnel content, like we're talking about right now, it is to ask them to opt into some free gift or some free offer. But there is always that. There is always that call to action. So let me show you another one. So in order to collect leads from our content, we can put a form or and the call to action in the sidebar. So this one, how to be a DJ, a step-by-step guide. Here on every page on this website, they are collecting leads. So here the offer is, unsure where to start as a beginner DJ, get these 11 tips for beginner DJs. So, okay, the copy could be stronger, but the positioning is really good. And notice that it's above the fold. So we don't have to scroll down in order to see it. So really, it's going to be one of the first things that people see when they land on this page. Let me show you how else this website is doing it, because if we go to their homepage, we have this pop-up, and it's want to learn how to DJ quickly, and it's going to give you, the same lead magnet as the other page, but it's positioned and structured in a slightly different way. So we can also use scroll mats and exit intent pop-ups. So if someone goes to leave the page, then this pop-up happens again. Okay, so we've got traffic coming from social media to our blog posts, then traffic from our blog posts to the squeeze page. There's actually another way to do it, which I'm going to explain in a second. But for the moment, as we're talking about social media, let's say you have a Facebook page and a Twitter profile and whatever else you have on social media. Let me pull in some icons here. So let's say you have a Twitter page. So what you need to do on your Twitter page or your Facebook page, whatever profile you own, you need to pin a post at the very top of that links to your squeeze page. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So on all your social media profiles, here at the very top, you have a pinned post. This is one of my Facebook pages. And here is the call to action. Even on Reddit, I have a way that people can get to my squeeze page right on my profile. Now, technically on Reddit, you can pin posts to the top of your profile. So for example, I have this one pinned to the top of mine, which is how to actually make a living from your blog. So I shared that with the community. Now, technically, I could link to a squeeze page, but on Reddit, it kind of gives the wrong impression. So be aware of that. Do try and match it to the social network. I have another part of this strategy that I'd love to share with you. So let me just make this a little bit smaller so we have a bit of room to play with. So what's happening here is we're sending traffic to a blog post. Traffic from the blog post goes to the squeeze page. Great stuff. So let me just delete some of these because I don't want you to get confused. I want to make sure that it's as clear as possible for you. Okay. So some people on this page will click through and subscribe to your email list. Fantastic. However, most people won't. On this page, if you can get around a 20% conversion rate, you're doing really well. But that means 80% of the people will never even click through or opt in to your squeeze page. So we need a way to re-engage those people. So for this, what we can do is run a very, very cheap Facebook retargeting campaign. So what it does is we create a custom audience on Facebook from the people who have visited this page. So the next time they go to Facebook, they see an advert that promotes this page. Now your ad spend for that advert is going to be very low, but the results are going to be really high. So you're only running an ad to the people who have visited your blog post. They've already encountered your brand. They're familiar with you somewhat. So they are now more receptive to taking the next step and returning to your website, but only the squeeze page. And of course, if people take this route and opt into your email list, then they never see this ad. Now, why you might want to consider this is because there is approximately a $40 return for every dollar you spend on email marketing. I mean, you can see that email is by far the most profitable marketing channel available to us. And the truth is, when you're consistent with this, the sky's the limit. And there's no telling what kind of amazing results you can get. Like Matt, he's making millions of dollars online thanks to my training. So if you want to know the secret and you really do want to get serious about building your email list, you're going to need more traffic. So I will give you the traffic methods I never share on YouTube or anywhere else. You can get them all completely for free when you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic. I'll also put a link to that in the description. And if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below, subscribe to the channel too, hit that little notification bell so you never miss an update from me. And I will hopefully see you again in a couple of days' time. Take care.